my name is Shalima and welcome back to my another session of learning English and improving your English speaking skills with me. So guys, have you ever thought about challenging yourself to speak English for full 24 hours? Sounds exciting? Right. But also a little intimidating. Well, in this today's video, I am going to show you how you can turn this challenge into a fun and effective way to improve your English skills. And I will share 5 practical steps to help you to stay consistent, overcome obstacles and make the most out of this 24 hours English speaking challenge. And guys, by the end of this today's video, you will feel ready and inspired to take on this challenge and boost your fluency like never before. So before beginning, please subscribe to the channel so that you can get all the lessons that I post for you on this channel, and please like the video and share it with your friends, with your loved ones and with the person who really need this. So now coming back to today's lesson guys, I am excited to tell you about our 24 hours challenge. So the 24 hours challenge has 5 steps. Step 1, pick. Step 2, find. Step 3, divide. Step 4, define. And step 5, use. So step number 1, you are going to pick one word that you already know. The goal of this step is for you to find a word that you already can use comfortably in conversations. Let me show you guys some examples. Happy, English, learning. Now you see that these are words that you already know, and these are the very simple words. That's how you start step number 1. Pick a word you already know. Now step number 2 for this 24 hours challenge is find. You are going to find one word for each letters. Remember that they need to be words you don't already know. And guys, I am going to explain this to you again. You basically have to find a word for each letters. But the words you find, they can't be words you already know. So let's look at the words, okay, that I chose in step number 1, happy. So here we go. H, hyper. A, analogy. P, pedantic. Next is P, peruse. Y, yield. What if my word is English? So I can say the letters E, endeavor. The letter N, negate. Now for this step, so for this finding words for each letters, alright. Now after negate, I have chosen gauge. Now next word is livid. Livid. And we have I, ingenious. And then saturate and horrendous. And what about learning? Again, you are only choosing one word. But guys, I am just showing you 3 different examples, okay? So if I choose learning, my words would be lavish, edible, arduous, okay? Now let's do that together. Arduous. Great. Arduous. This is the pronunciation of this word, okay, so that I have, repetitive. The next is novice. Next, indecent. And next, notable. And finally, galore. Now guys, for step 2, the find step, we found a word for each letters of the easy word that we had right now. What happens in step 3 for this 24 hours challenge? Now what we have to do is divide. Now you are going to divide your day based on the number of words, okay? So here we go. Let me show you how this looks, right? So we have happy, English and learning. So my day starts at 4 a.m. It's true, okay, and I'm an early bird, so you have to look at your day, alright. So step 3 is divide. So look at the time you wake up and the time you normally go to sleep. So you are gonna count the number of hours. So for me, I wake up 4 a.m. and go to bed at 9. So that 17 hours. So I chose happy, happiest, 5 letters. So 17 hours divided by 5 is approximately 3.4. So what's gonna happen? I am going to break up my day now into certain blocks, and those blocks are going to be about 3.5 hours. Okay, and here we go, 3.5 hours long. So you will see right here 4 a.m. to 7:30 p.m, 7:30 a.m, sorry, 7:30 a.m, then 7:30 a.m. to 11 a.m, and I continue all the way down, okay, until I get to 9 p.m. Now we are going to do the same thing for the word English and the word learning again. So just showing you examples, alright. So you are only going to choose one word. So guys, now before moving to part 3, I would like to share you something which is very important for you guys. I am going to share you about an AI app. This is AI English speaking partner. Now AI English speaking partner, AI is on the bloom, guys. We know all about AI, artificial intelligence is growing. There are different apps, and now I have a perfect app for you guys, and it's actually a very trusted AI app, and I have already given you a demo lesson on this particular app because many of my viewers has asked about this app. All right, so this particular app, that is your AI English speaking app. The name of this app is Sparky AI, and for this, guys, you use a powerful tool. App acts like your personal English speaking partner, and it's available 24/7 as every app works, and you can practice real life conversations with it just as you would with the tutor or with a friend. Guys, there are so many things in that. You can just introduce yourself, talk about your day, or discuss your goals, and this app will respond to you in English and giving you a chance to practice English speaking and listening in a natural flow. And the best part of this app is that if you make mistake, don't worry, the app provides you the feedback to help you to improve your pronunciation, your grammar, and the fluency. So here I am going to give you a demo video. You can watch this.
Hi there. How is your day going? Did you learn something new, or did you have a lot of fun?
Hello Sparky, my days are going good. So I started the morning, so nothing excited yet.
That's great to hear, my friend. But it seems like there might be a little confusion in your response. Let me help you rephrase it. Hello Sparky, my day is going well.
So guys, if you want to start improving your English speaking skills, you can go with Sparky AI, and I have added the link in the description below. So go and check it out and take the first step towards the better English today. Alright, I want to show you 3 examples. So what if I choose English? Well, English is 7 letters, right? So now that 17 hours period will be divided by 7. Alright, so as you can see here on the screen, and learning is 8 letters, right? So my day of 17 hours will be divided by 8. So you see what's happening. Now again, you are going to do the same thing. Now here what happens, the reason why we are dividing our day is because you are going to have one word for each block of time. Alright, so because I love this challenge, and this is something which works a lot on your fluency. Alright, so here we go for happy. From 4 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. I am only focusing on hyper. Okay, then 7:30 to 11 only focusing on analogy. Okay, then 11 to 2:30 only focusing on pedantic, and the same is true for the other time slots. Okay, so this is what you are gonna do. And so again, step 3 is very important, guys. You are gonna do a little bit of maths here. You are gonna break your day down and then apply the words to each block. Now step number 4 is very important, guys. Here we go, step number 4, guys. Step number 4 is define. So you are going to learn the various meanings of each word. Now what I did for this one is I decided to only look at one of the example. okay, because I didn't want you to sitting here and listening so many definitions, right? But I choose the word learning. So now remember, learning has how many letters? 8. Good job. 8 letters. And I divided my day up into 8 separate blocks, and each block has a word. So for step number 4, now I have to define the word, okay, and learn the meaning. So here we go. Lavish, the first one, its meaning, it means using or giving in a great amount, large in quantity and expensive or impressive, okay. So this is lavish, okay. So stay with me, we are going to get it, how we are going to use it, right? So for the first block, I am only focused on the word lavish. Now I know the meaning, alright. Now what about the second one? Edible. What does edible mean? Edible means suitable or safe for eating. So for example, an apple is suitable for eating, right? So I can say an apple is edible, right? You got it? Okay. However, a book or a phone, no, that's not safe for eating. So it's not edible. They are not edible. Makes sense? Alright? Because edible like eating things, alright, which are safe for eating. Now, from 8 to 10 am, the word I have is arduous. And that means difficult or needing a lot of efforts and energy. Arduous task, think of something very different, very difficult and hard to do, and again the word is going to be my focus from 8 am to 10 am. Again, this is my example, right? So just helping you see how to do it now from 10 am to 12 is repetitive. That means containing or characterized by repetition, especially when unnecessary or tiresome, something that's done over and over again, right? Okay, now let's move on to the next time period again. So the next one is like 12 to 2 p.m. is novice. Novice, a person new to or inexperienced in a field or situation. So when I first became an English teacher, I was a novice. Why? Because my first career was in some other field that I have already told you. I had never taught English before, right? So I was a novice, alright. So now when I get to the 2 o'clock time period, the word that I have to look at is indecent, which means not appropriate or fitting, not conforming with generally accepted standards of behavior. So for instance, normally when you go outside, you wear clothes, right? But if someone walks outside and has no clothes on, right? So you can say, oh, that's a little bit indecent. That's not proper, right? That's not acceptable. Alright. So now we are moving to the 4 p.m. time period, and I have chosen the word notable. But what does notable mean? Worthy of attention or notice, remarkable, prominent or important. Think about your favorite singer, guys. When they grab the mic and they start singing, Paul to belong, you can say, oh, that's a notable singer, remarkable, prominent, important. So when I get towards the end of my day, after I choose learning to be my word, and the last letter of learning is G, and the word I selected was galore. So galore means in great numbers or in abundance, so large amounts, alright. So we say galore, there is a candy galore, okay. So there are lots of candy. So this is the step 4. But what about step number 5, guys? So step number 5 is where it gets interesting. The use step, you need to use the words throughout the day. In other words, use them to describe different things about your day. So here we go again. My word is learning, alright. I have my 8 time slots, right? Then I have these images. Now these images are showing you what I do throughout the day during specific time slots. So what's going to happen is the word that I have placed for that time slot, now I need to use that word to describe what I'm doing. That's what you are going to do as well during this 24 hours challenge. Alright, because you need to describe what's happening during the time slot. And guys, using the words, so for instance, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., you see I have food. There we have lavish, then we have edible, repetitive, all these words, but let's look at them in more details. Now here we go. From 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. I usually cook breakfast, so I can say I decided to make a lavish breakfast for my family this morning. And you see, lavish means extravagant, amazing breakfast, okay, amazing. So I use the word lavish during the first time block to describe what I do during that time period, okay. Now here we go, the next 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. the word is edible. I can say the apples were not edible, so I used strawberries instead. Again, during that time period, I am still preparing breakfast and recognized, shoot that, okay, the apples are bad, can't eat them, they are not edible. So I described the situation here using the word edible. Alright, now what about the time period of 8 a.m. to 10 a.m.? Responding to all the emails was very arduous, okay, task, very arduous task. So now this is something that I actually do around this time. I check emails from you and from you all, and I respond to them, and sometimes it's very difficult task because there are so many emails, so I can say it's very arduous task. Alright, so I'll never forget that word because I applied it to an action that I actually did. The same is true for you. Alright, now what about 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. time period? 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. time period, recording podcast. I can say recording the same podcast intro over and over again was a repetitive task, over and over again. Saying the same thing, a very repetitive task, okay. So now what about 12 p.m. to 2 p.m.? So here we go. I used to be a no voice video editor, but now I am an expert, and that's true. I edit videos around that time, and in the past I was a beginner. I didn't really know how to edit, but now I am quite good at, okay, so I am not novice anymore. Alright, so now what about 2 p.m. again? The word that I have for 2 p.m. is indecent. So I can say that comment under the YouTube video was very indecent. Again, you are seeing how I am applying the word to what happened during that time period. So what about 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.? I decided to purchase a notable business book from the bookstore down the street. So guys, I purchased a notable book. This is a very popular, if you know into business. So this is a great book, okay. So alright, now, so here we go. Next, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. My friend's freezer had ice cream galore, a lot, and lots of ice cream. Now I have vegan, but I eat vegan ice cream made with soy milk or almond milk. So there was an ice cream galore in the freezer. So you see, now within this 24 hours challenge, you will be able to learn so many words and also learn how to use them properly as you follow. So this is 24 hours challenge. Now, if you want, you can just take this 24 hours challenge, okay, and these steps are very helpful because here you are going to learn the more words, okay, and each verse, each letters, remember we talk about this, if the word is happy, final word for each of the letters, that then what you need to do in order to do it, in order to you have to just take out the words. So guys, I think you like the video. If you like the video, so please give thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe my channel. So thanks for watching. Bye bye, take care.